Hey guys, Ryan from AccuGOLF. Today we're going to be doing the AccuGOLF software installation video. So I have a fresh PC here. I'm going to go into my Windows browser, type in our website, and under our installation page, you will have our installation manual, which will have the full file for whatever software you're downloading today. So go down to about page 11. See this big blue download. Take you straight to the download. Okay, download's finished. Gonna go to show folder, right click, and we're going to extract the file. Once files are extracted, open up the installer, and we're going to start with CUDA first. You're going to open up the CUDA folder, double click on the Windows. It's going to ask if you want this app to allow to make changes. We're going to hit yes, OK, wait for the setup installer to finish extracting. We're going to hit agree and continue. With the install options, we're going to hit express, next, check I understand, next, and wait for the installation to finish. Once it's finished, hit next, uncheck both boxes, and close the application. Back to my AccuGOLF folder, we're going to start with the Hawkeye Floor installer. You're going to get a notification, Windows protected your PC. Going to hit more info and do run anyway. If you get an application that asks if you want this to allow the app to make changes, hit yes. Once the setup is open, you're going to click next, install, wait for the files to download. About halfway through, you're going to get a notification to install Microsoft Visual C. You're going to check the agree, hit install, close the application, and you're going to get another application, Teledyne Spinnaker. You're going to hit next, check the box, next, camera evaluation checked, next, make sure both boxes are checked, continue, and hit install. Once the download is done, you'll see an adapter config utility pop up. We're going to make sure all these three boxes are checked. Hit start. And the only two boxes we're going to check are the Intel R Ethernet server adapter i350-T2 and T2 number 2. We're going to go next. And on the IP address, we're going to type these exact numbers, 169.254.1.10, and on the subnet mask we're going to do 255.255.255.0. Now you're going to scroll down to the second IP address and you're going to type 169.254.10.20, and on the subnet mask next to it, it's going to be the same thing, 255.255.255.0. And we're going to go next, and on the receive bytes, we're going to type 2048, down 1 to transmit bytes, and change it to 2048. Now we're going to scroll down to the receive bytes on T2 number 2 and change the receive bytes to 2048, and go down 1 to transmit and type in 2048. Now go next, make sure enable media optimization is checked, go next, hit configure, and finish. Once it is complete, make sure this is unchecked and restart your computer. Okay, on the installation manual on page 22, you will have the E6 download link for E6 Connect. You click, and it'll start downloading, And if you scroll down to page 23, there will be your GSPro download. Now in downloads, for E6, once it is finished, you're going to double click. It's going to ask if you want to allow the app to make changes. You're going to hit yes. And the installer will come up. You will hit next. Check in the box that says I accept, next, next again, and install. Once it's finished, click Finish. For GSPro, you're going to click on the zip folder, right-click it, press Extract All, and hit Extract. You're going to get a notification for Windows protected your PC. Select More Info and hit Run Anyway. Now while the Windows is preparing to install, once the application is open, hit Next, select Next, and Next one more time and wait for it to finish installing. You'll get a notification if it wants to make any changes. Again, select Yes. Once it's done, hit Close. Now that we are booted up, let's go ahead and open Spin View. You will see two red exclamation points, to which you will click here, select all devices, and say yes. Once finished, the red exclamation point should disappear, and you will want to remember both serial numbers. Most likely, your main serial number will be the first one. Now, let's open up AG settings. Over here, select Yes. Now, I have my serial number pre-planned. That'll be at 24193758. Your exposure will always be at 130, and if I'm playing E6, let me click here, go to Windows C, Program Files, E6 Golf, E6 Connect, E6 Connect. And if I have GSPro, I'll click GSPro box, Windows C, GSPro V1, GSPro launcher. Now I've got my serial number and my games. I'm going to hit save, go to calibration, and hit connect. You'll know you've done this right when you have two screens open, one on the right and one on the left. Now, what we want to see is this number, this red number is 133. And that's just the amount of light on our golf ball. Now, we like to see a number between 110 to 115. So what we're going to do is go back a setting, and we need to lower this number. So we'll go here to our exposure, and this is where we can mess with the lighting. And we want to get this number down to 110 to 115. So what I'm going to do is lower this number from 130, and I need to get this down to about 20, so I'm going to go all the way 20 to 30, so I want to go down to about 100 on here. I'm going to hit save, go back to calibration, disconnect, reconnect. See, now I've got a perfect 115 green on both ends. That's how you know you're in the right zone. Now let's go to calibration. When you're perfectly calibrated, the tool will be on the floor and will have these exact coordinates. So on the right side screen, that will be my master camera. I want to have on this right ball, it wants to be exactly in this square, and it should say 359 or 360-270, and that is exactly in the green square. Now the other ball, we just want that ball to be in line with the blue horizontal line, to be around 270 on this second number here. So the second ball, which is going to be on your right hand side, we want that to be in the blue line. Now, once everything is in the blue line, we want to see this number on the very left ball. We're going to judge the first side, so we're going to divide it in two. 80-261. Now, using the number 80 on the left side, we're going to see what number we have based on 80. So we have a 79, and how to find what to put on the X is to always put 80 first and subtract it by whatever number is here. So 79. So an 80 minus a 79 would give us a positive 1, to which I will put a positive 1 on the delta X. Now, what if this number was 81? I would do the same thing. 80 minus 81, which would actually give me a negative 1, so I would put a minus sign and a 1 here. The same goes for this next set of numbers, 261. Now the number we're going to be basing it off of is 270. So my 270 goes first, and my 270 minus 261 will give me a positive 9. If it were the other way around and it was 279, I would take 270 minus 279, and that would give me a negative 9. So I have correctly calibrated a positive 1 and a positive 9 based on these numbers here. Hit save and exit. Now, let's open up GSPro. Hit yes. Once you're at this screen, you will put your license key given to you by GSPro from us, and it will look like 5 numbers and letters with commas in between, and it will be about 20 of them. Now, over to E6. With E6, you will need to create an account with them, to which you can use your license key and bind it to your account, and once you log in, your license key will be binded to your account, and you can start playing right then and there. That's the AccuGOLF software installation video. Thank you for watching.